Alright, we are finally making this tutorial. It's going out to all these wonderful people who have suggested it over the years. It's going to be taught in two parts. The first part is the lead guitar part, and the second part will be the picking pattern and the chords. If you want to jump straight to the picking pattern and the chords, check out that timestamp right there. Otherwise, if you're enjoying this tutorial this far, please consider subscribing. We're releasing new tutorials every Monday, 7 p.m. New Zealand time for the year of 2023. So please consider subscribing. So we are going to start out on our 5th fret and our 7th fret. So 5th fret of our high E, 7th fret of our 2nd string, our B string, and we're going to play that together once, and then we're going to slide up, and we're going to play slide up 1 fret. Now we're on the 6th fret and the 7th fret. So for that, we're going to go 1 and then slide up and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and. So when I'm saying 7 and, that's actually 7, 8, 9. So 9 times. So we're going to go 1 and then 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and. That's how I count it in my brain, because my brain is dumb. 7 and then we're going to slide up, and now we're going to play. Okay, so that is our first finger on the 11th fret of our highest string, and then our middle finger on our 12th fret of our G string on the guitar, not the G string on your butt cheeks. Okay, so we're going to play those together 3 times. So we're plucking the high E and the G string together. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to move down 1 fret, and now we're just on the 10th fret and 10th fret of our E string and G string. So we can just lie 1 finger down, okay, across those 2. And we're plucking again those 2 strings. So move that down 2 more frets. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Move down 1, and then move down 2. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, dun, 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 dun. Then there's the second guitar part that repeats. It's call and response. It's an echo. So just play that again. It's not super important, but I like it. So that is, this time we're just playing our high E string. 11, 10, 8. Okay? Like that, okay? Bum, 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 blah, bum, bum. Yeah, it's like a echo. Okay, so far that's what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, boy, doing well. Next part is gonna go blum 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 blum. So that is our what fret do we all know? 10th fret. So that's 10th fret, just that same shape that we played just before. 10, 10, 10, 10, and then. Blah, blah, blah. So for that, we are now on our 11th fret B string and 12th fret G string. That's the shape. So 11 and 12th fret. So play that once, move it down 1 fret each, move it down 1 more again. Blah, blah, blah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blah, 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 blah. Then we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's what we've added so far. Now, this little part is a little bit faster, and we're going on our G string now on our 8th fret to our 10th fret, and then to our 8th fret of our B string. We're going to play that note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah. Bum, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is that 4? 4. 4 sounds good. So we're going to. Have you got that part? A little bit trickier. Bum, 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 bum. Then the little echo response part to that is nice and easy. So we're going 8th fret on our B string, down to our 9th fret on our G string, 2 times, down to our, what did I say? It's not 9th, that's our 10th fret, sorry. 10th down to our 8th fret, Bow, 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 bow. There it is. Okay, so that is our, what am I saying here? 8th fret B string, 10th fret G string, twice, down to our 8th fret G string, 7th fret G string, 8th fret G string. Okay, so that little section is... This is. Yeah, if you learn those two little things together, that sits nicely as a nice little section part. Now we're on the home stretch, kids. Our final lick, and this does not quite feature as it does on the original record. I watched Sunny Mitzi, a guitar player from Wellington, Samoan guitar player for Fiji, play this live in Samoa on YouTube. You can check him out. And I was like, wow, I'm going to learn that. Anyway, goes like this. So that is hammering on the B string from our 8th fret to our 9th fret, and then pulling off to our 8th again. Okay, quickly. So that's, now we're going to play octaves. Oops. Okay, so we're doing octaves here, so that means that it's the same note. So up here we are playing this F note, and up here F note as well. Okay, so that is on our 10th fret G string, and with our little finger on the 13th fret high E. Okay, so it's the same note. They're called octaves. So there we are on our F. Then we're going to move down to. Okay, so now we're keeping the same distance between these two fingers. So now we move down 2 frets on our G string. So we are on the 8th fret here, and now we are on the 11th fret. Okay, so we were up here. See how the finger, like the pattern, the gap, the relationship remains the same, and then move down 1 fret each. Okay, so we got that so far. That might take some practice, and if this is too hard, if this part's too hard, the octaves, you can just play single notes, okay? It's still gonna work. After you've done that, the run is gonna continue with some chromaticism. So here we are. Now we are on our 7th fret G string. We're gonna go 7, 6, 5 on the G string. Then we are gonna go 8, 7, 6, 5 on our D string. Okay, so that again, that is 7, 6, 5 on the G string, and then 8, 7, 6, 5 on our D string, and then we finish with our little finger on the 8th fret of our G string. So that run all together is. Okay. Boom, and then you just want to work out your speed. You want to work it out to a point where you can play it comfortably. It's still awkward for me. That's that, guys. That's our lead part all done. All right, so before I teach you how to play the picking pattern and the chords, what I am going to say is that there's only 3 chords. I'm going to teach you the plucking pattern that will apply to each of those 3 chords, and then in the description box is a link to the document with the lyrics and the chords, so you can apply your new plucking pattern and play the whole song without me having to talk you through every single chord change, because it's pointless for me to do that when you can just read along and play along at the same time. It's so simple. Once you got that plucking pattern, Bob's your uncle. Bar up, ladies and gentlemen, on our 6th fret, all of the strings except for our low E string. And then we're also going to make a bar on our 8th fret across our B string, our G string, and our D string. Like an A shape. You know, like an A chord. Same thing. But for me, it's easiest just to lie this finger down, except for on the low E, and then lie this finger down across those 4 strings, and I'm not playing this top note. Okay, so now that we've got that chord sussed, it's called an E flat chord, okay, and that's the key of the song. And this is the plucking pattern that we're going to apply here, okay? We're going to use our thumb to play the A string, our E flat bass hit. Our first finger is going to play our fourth string, our D string. And then these two fingers, ring finger and middle finger, are going to play our B string and our G string, respectively. Okay, so the plucking pattern is going to go, now that we've assigned each of those fingers to a string, it's going to go, I'm going to call this thumb, I'm going to call this first finger, and then I'm going to call this two fingers, because there's two of them. Okay, so the plucking pattern will be thumb, first finger, two fingers, first finger, two fingers, first finger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. I don't know why I'm making these numbers that apply to it, but it doesn't make any sense. So that would be thumb, first finger, two, boom, da, boom. Okay, so again, thumb, first finger, two fingers, first finger, two fingers, first finger. Put it together. Put it together, it sounds like this. Okay, and then you play that twice. For every chord that we play, we're going to play it twice. So, dum, da, dum, ba, dum, boom, boom, ba, dum, ba, dum. Okay, now our next chord is going to be our B flat chord. Exactly the same plucking pattern, okay? So that is bass, first finger, two fingers, first finger, two fingers, first finger. Okay, and then we move that same chord, the B flat chord, down 2 frets, and that becomes A flat. Okay, so those are our 3 chords that you need to know how to play for the whole song. That's the whole song, guys. I hope it's been helpful. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And also, can you leave me a comment with the songs that you want to learn next? It's always really helpful when you guys give me some guidance about what songs you're wanting to learn, what's cool and what's not, because I'm old. Love you guys. God bless you. And I will see you back in on Monday, 7 p.m. next week. Later, Bo.